Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert, that's me. This video contains things that I encounter throughout the day. If for some reason I complete a task and you would like to see the details, you can click on the link in the description area below. This video also contains tips and tricks that I learned throughout the years. I plan on leaving this video accessible for about 30 days. After that, you can view it through my Patreon account. Thank you very much for watching. Kicking off the day, changing my glass. I had cracked it here a couple months ago. Had a few burrs, but man, the other day I dropped my phone on Henrietta. Shattered that thing. So I found my spares. I'm ready to replace the screen protector on my phone. I'm back here with this V70R. It is sputtering. I forgot I told him to get a fuel pump, so we're about to do that. However, it's got a power amp that's screwed to the floor, which is stopping me from lifting this panel up and removing it to access the fuel pump. And it's got special square keys in it that I don't have with me, so I have to get creative to get that out. Anytime I have screw heads or something that I can't seem to get out or don't have a tool for, I resort to snips. Snips just have a little bite on it that allows you to grab heads of things and get them turning out. So that's what I'm using. Got the snip here and it's getting it out. If you're going to do the job, just buy the tool for it, man. It's just so much easier. If you're going to save the money from not paying a mechanic to do it, you can spend the 20-30 bucks on the tool. Got it out. Time to put the new pump in the housing. Taking apart the jigsaw puzzle to get the new pump in. Now you have to remember that part of the cost of putting in a new pump is this line right here. This line is a submerged high pressure fuel line. They're expensive. Don't damage this one if you don't have one long enough to replace it. One thing you want to do is make sure the polarity on the pump is the same. And there's a minus there, there's a minus there, there's a plus there, there's a plus there. So we should be able to just plug it in. I'm gonna strip it of this plastic because they're using part of this pump to ground it with that little wire there. So let me go ahead and strip this plastic off. In this application, I had to break the ring on the housing and I had to split the housing in order to get the pump all the way down to the bottom of it. I'll use the old sock because the new sock doesn't fit properly and drop into the tank. It'll drop off to the side and try to maneuver itself off. So that's where I'm at. Let me keep moving. I double clamp the bottom. Now I'm gonna put it in there and double clamp the top. Get the fuel pump in. It's running, but it's running like crap. So we're gonna scan it with Vita. It's saying that it thinks our ETM is at 58%. So we're gonna perform an ETM test. See what happens here. Start the test. Test ongoing. I didn't do that right. Say before clicking the start test button, switch the ignition off and then on again to restart the ETM, and within 10 seconds click the start button. Alright, there's a test completed. Let me do the test right this time. Test is ongoing. That's where we're at so far. Say that the test is complete. 48 degrees .48 degrees. See what's going on here. Trying to get to delivery here. ECM, bunch of ECM errors. Not ETM, ECM. So this is where I'm at. I have no response in the throttle pedal at all. Oh, there we go. I got a response back from the throttle pedal. Now I don't have any response with the pedal off all the way to the floor. Off all the way to the floor. So it's intermittent. Guess where we at, party people? Man, I need to get 3 primary parts. All of them a pain in the butt. I need to get a steering rack for a front wheel drive P80. I need to get a fuel line for an 850. And I need to get an exhaust for an 850 from the cat back with a good muffler. So let's see how things go for me. Whoop, whoop. Front wheel drive P80. I should be able to get the fuel line out of this one as well as the 850. Man, it's got good trunk lifts. They're not perfect, but they're better than most. Looks like the tail lights are serviceable. Mines are starting to fall off. And I could probably get the steering rack out of this car too, as long as it's not leaking. So let me go ahead and get started. I'm gonna get started with the easy stuff, the fuel line. I'm looking for my long extension. I thought I saw it, but I don't see it now. I forgot my tool that had my preferred 10, so I'm gonna have to use a backup 10. I'm gonna pull the back panel out and drop the tank. Let me get cranking. Fuel pump looks really old. I wonder if that's why this thing is in here. And didn't bring my proper tool for removing that, so I need to find something to make one real quick. 15 minutes later, I have the fuel line. Let me get on this steering rack. First, let me make sure it's not leaking through these boots. Going after the steering rack, I'm gonna take this joint with it. So let me get this 13 out and get under it and take the rest out from below. 45 minutes later, I got the rack. I didn't have a tool to get that 19 out, so I just chewed it with my pliers until I was able to cut the line. But looks dry on this side, a little moist on that side. I'm not sure if that's from the rack or from something else leaking over there. Some kind of oil leak. But it looks like some kind of oil leak. It's all up here. So I'm gonna take it. I think we're good to go. Man, that's a Volvo axle. Here with this 850, and I must say, it is not as clean as I'd hope it to be. A little bit muddy. And it looks like John Wart's been here. There's stuff missing that John Wart would take. I used to be able to tell a Buster Brown car. Now I'm starting to be able to tell a John Wart car. So let me get out of here. I got a steering rack. This muffler just has a little bit of rust on it. And I think I could go and find a car, maybe in Virginia, that has no evidence of rust. I'm gonna take my chances going that way. I'm gonna tap out of this thing. Got another fuel line. These lines are pretty much identical. The one with the harder turn is a V70. One with the soft turn is an 850. Let's get out of here. It's getting hot. It's already hot. Need to go get cleaned up. Head home. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.